everyone, today I'll be reviewing this brand new horror movie just dropped on Netflix called Unholy. And when I saw this movie was coming to Netflix and the plot for this movie definitely sounded very interesting. So this movie is starring Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and this movie it came out like last year or so, and this movie was decently successful at the box office. But I see this review for this movie is everybody does not like this movie. As I was saying, this movie's plot itself sounded interesting, I guess, and it is a horror movie, but it's just a horror movie. It's not a horror thriller or anything like that. So I thought this movie was okay, because probably I saw it on Netflix and like I didn't see it theater. All these people who gave bad review to, they saw it in theater, and this movie could have been great. Honestly, that is, I think, the frustration with this movie is the story itself. You know, in this movie you see this troublesome reporter played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan. He's looking for like one story to the next, but when he come across with this story where this young girl who cannot talk, or like she's a deaf girl, you know, when out of nowhere she start talking and she has this power that she can heal people. In this movie you see she heals this crippled boy. He heals her out of nowhere. Then she become very internet sensation, and we see in this movie all this bishop that comes and they try to investigate like the miracle she's performing on people. Is it real or is it made up? What is happening? Is there scientific evidence to it? I actually really like this part of this movie. You know, all this bishop that's coming and they're trying to do investigation. And some of their dialogue back and forth, I liked it. I was like, oh, that is interesting. You know, how she is performing on the miracle. Like, I like that in this movie, all this character right away didn't act silly way. I think the biggest problem of with the audience for is this movie doesn't create any mystery for the audience. Right away it gives away the biggest, you know, how the monster looks like or how everything looks like. It doesn't keep any suspension for the audience. So as the audience, when you watch it, you feel frustration. You're like, whoa, I can see, like I was like, whoa, are they showing me the monster right away? Like, this movie didn't try to create any suspense for the audience, which will piss off most of the audience. And I think the most critics are mad because all the monster look, it was very CGI looking and didn't look very creative. This movie is actually produced by Sam Raimi, and this movie wasn't very creative, I suppose. Definitely, especially for horror movie, it's not, I guess it's just produced, it's not from James Wan, you know, who create all these interesting set pieces. Like, this movie didn't have anything interesting. Like, the set pieces were very boring. Although this movie takes place in Boston, you know, where is so many free land there. And there is some other story happening. I thought this movie overall, it was okay, I think. It could have been great, as I was saying. And the plot twist and what was it going for, like, you know, good versus evil. That part was interesting, you know, because this reporter, the reason for this evil person to choose him, you know, I really didn't like how this movie, the curse was broken. That is so stupid, the way the curse was broken in this movie. Really, it was like, I was like, are you kidding me? That's how you... Anyway, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, as I was saying, he's a travel person, and this entity, you know, trying to get close to him because it thinks, you know, he doesn't believe in God. So he has yeah, it was interesting, I think, like his character overall. Although Jeffrey Dean Morgan, often his character didn't like, he didn't act the way you want him to act. That is also the other frustration. So yeah, so direction isn't the direction for this movie isn't not that great, I will say. Maybe that is the problem for this movie. But overall, I thought this movie was okay for me. But if you did not like this movie, I understand. But if you like this movie, also I understand. Overall, I think it is okay. But well, it's not something you should pay for. If it's free, if you like horror movie, worth checking. And that was my thought on this. Let me know in the comment what do you think about this movie. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget my other reviews on other Netflix movie. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.